All right, I'll work on it.
Yes,
I'll bet you say that practically...
Look, Robert. What is it?
Maybe it's a horse.
Well, I know it's a horse, but look, he's gorgeous. Where'd he come from? Aren't you beautiful? Oh, sweetheart. Mary?
Well, maybe he has a where he's made sign.
Oh, get my breath. Oh, God, is this a mistake? I mean, someone send him to me. Look. Where's he from?
The groom doesn't speak English.
Oh, well.
I knew that.
You know, well, I think, yeah, the groom doesn't have to speak English. His horse is gorgeous, but where's he from? Who brought him over here?
Well, his name is Paco, and there's a card with him. It's inside. I'll get it.
Hi.
Maybe it has a guarantee.
Come here. Do you know anything about horse flesh?
Well, I can talk to Friday about
You can
that.
talk to Friday.
Telling you, I nearly
Look,
dropped
the only horses I know anything about go around in a circle in a merry-go-round.
What is
Couldn't
this? Is
believe
this
that
from-
animal on our doorstep.
Let me read this.
Dark suit today.
I don't know, but let me see.
Kind of looks good, a little
Does
horse.
it?
I don't believe it. I don't believe this.
What?
No. This is a gift. Claudio saw me playing polo once in Argentina.
I didn't know you could play polo.
And he says, I hope I'll have the pleasure of seeing you play again in Port Charles, Claudio. Oh, and Paco's for me to ride. Isn't that wonderful?
Why do I feel there's a bit missing to the story
Well, this
here?
is what I've been trying to tell you about my trip home
okay,
from
the trip
Miami.
back from Miami,
Yes,
right? You rode the
yes.
horse.
This man is impossible. I can't tell him anything.
No, he isn't. Oh, Catherine, do you think I should get the guest room
no.
ready for Paco?
Well, listen, if you can stop interrupting me and you can stop with the jokes, I'll tell you what's going on. Okay?
All right, okay. Why don't you land on the ground here with everybody else
Okay.
and talk to us?
All right. Well, Claudio, Signor Maldonado, is a great music lover and a fan of mine. And last night at the concert in Miami, he sort of filled up my whole dressing room with unbelievable amounts of flowers. It was just...
If you asked me, he was overdoing it.
Well, and he came after the concert to my dressing room, and I couldn't very well slam the door in his face now, could I?
Why not? You've been doing it to me for 6 months now.
Well, but you deserve it. I mean, this man has just sent me a very kind note and a
Not to
dressing
mention-
room full of flowers.
And a horse. huh?
And a horse. Actually, he's
course.
a polo pony. Polo pony.
Polo.
Polo
To me, he's a horse.
It's not quite the same thing.
There's someone at the
You know,
door, Mary.
polo is something...
Isn't that a horse rather expensive?
Well, I think the man can afford it, you know.
Do you think you might accept?
Well, it's not like accepting diamonds. I suppose
That's
I
right.
could.
Doesn't
I could
glitter.
accept it.
Bit heavy around.
Good morning. Is Mr. Laffield at home?
Yes, please. Just
Oh,
right here.
Claudio, schön, dass Sie gekommen sind.
Hallo, Katherine.
Hallo.
Ich bin leider sehr traurig.
Ja, warum? Why?
Well, I meant to arrive here before Paco arrived. My apologies.
Oh, no, I mean, he's magnificent. I mean, I had to pinch myself to make sure I wasn't dreaming when I saw him in front of my door.
Well, I hope you like him. He's not a dream. He's yours.
I'm stunned. Oh, there's someone I'd really like for you to meet, a very dear friend.
Yeah, I'd be delighted to meet any friend of yours, but first your scarf. You left it behind on my plane last night.
Oh, yes, I was wondering what happened. Robert, I'd like to explain to you about my trip to Miami and back and...
Don't give it another thought.
Well, anyway, Robert, this is Signor Claudio Maldonado, and this is Mr. Robert Scorpio.
How do you do?
I'm delighted to meet you.
Well, now that that's over with, I didn't know that you saw me play polo in Argentina.
Yes, I've been watching you from afar for several years.
I've never seen you play anyway.
Yeah.
You're not one of Katherine's polo-playing friends, are you?
Well, half the time I'm not really a friend at all.
But you are a polo enthusiast.
Well, actually...
I'd like your opinion on Paco.
Mine?
Yes. Magnificent animal, correct?
Oh, correct.
You're correct. Let me have Mary bring us some croissants and coffee. Can you stay, Robert?
Wild polo ponies wouldn't get me out of here. Yeah.
This is what you want, isn't it? Oh, I just love him.
Fortunate animal, don't you think?
Look at you.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure what you mean, Mr. Scorpio.
It depends whether Paco likes bark or not. I mean, what are you going to do with the poor animal? Let him live out here like some extra in a bad movie?
Sounds magnificent. I love that. Oh.
The trailer's just down the street, and the groom is standing by to take Paco to your stable.
Excuse me, your coffee and croissants are ready.
Well, great. Shall we? Shall we?
I didn't know you had a stove.
I rent one. Actually, you know, Robert isn't into polo because he is the Port Charles Commissioner of Police.
Well, so your life is exciting enough without playing games.
Yeah, he has saved my life on a number of occasions, literally.
I'm most grateful to you for that, Mr. Scorpio.
You're welcome. How long do you plan on sticking around, Port Charles?
I don't know. Things are running quite smoothly on my estates in South America, and I have no other pressing engagements, so who knows? And I like it here very much.
Yeah. South America, eh?
Yeah.
You were speaking German just a short while ago.
Yes. Would you prefer Spanish?
Well, I'm not very educated, so let's stick with English.
Yeah, so you will be in town for a while. Isn't that nice?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the scenery, I guess, right?
Of course.
Yeah, I thought so.
And now who takes cream and who takes sugar?
I'll have just some sugar.
Oh, okay. And you've been playing polo for how long?
Well, when I was 4, my mother gave me this, for me, the enormous polo. And I had no choice now to get up on it. I cannot tell you what a pleasure it has been getting to know you and learning that such a wonderful woman exists behind this formidable talent. Adios.
Yeah, buena vista.
May I call you again?
Oh, yes, well, please do.
Well then, goodbye.
Adieu. Auf Wiedersehen. Yeah.
Buenos dias.
Isn't he just delightful?
Oh, what a sweetheart. I mean, I cannot believe this even for you.
What do you mean, even for me? Why are you going to say something mean now?
You're actually going to have your head turned by a guy who buys you a bunch of flowers, flies you around in a private plane, and dumps a horse on your front door.
Can't imagine what woman's head wouldn't be turned
You
by
don't
that.
even know this guy.
Well, what I know so far tells me a lot.
Oh, he's the reason you wouldn't let me see you at the airport, right?
No, I just don't feel like I need to explain all my actions to you, and I didn't want you to worry.
And certainly not a piece of clothing that he happened to have of yours,
No,
right?
no, that's unreasonable, Robert. You know, he's just an admirer. He's simply a fan of
Look,
mine.
this guy is on the make.
Oh, don't confuse good breeding and manners with being on the make.
You're such a bloody innocent. You were born yesterday.
No, I'm used
And why
to
didn't
it.
you tell me you could speak German?
Well, you've never asked. Do you know what one of our problems is?
Oh, you're about to tell me, I
Yes, you know, the first time you met me, you didn't even bother to get to know this side.
I was too busy trying to keep you alive, if you remember.
Exactly. And you know what? There's this whole other world to me that you didn't bother to explore.
Well, I remember that you're a rotten judge of men.
Oh, now, that's not what we're talking about here. And now, I am a concert pianist, remember? Okay, it's very glamorous. It's a glamorous life despite the fact that I spend endless hours in preparation and practicing, and I'm accustomed to having admirers. And men like Claudio, they come around all the time. I'm used to that. That's part of my world, and I like it. And I just want you to accept that and be reasonable.
What about my world?
Well, I'm open-minded.
That's great.
Yeah.
I tell you what, next time you drop by the cottage, I'll have a room full of lowlifes to amuse you. That's my world.
Why doesn't he understand? Mr. Scorpio. Just can't understand why.
Well, I thought I heard indignant voices.
So exasperating, Mary. That man just drives me crazy.
Ah, but don't you know, Catherine, that's what makes it so much fun.